Hello everybody, it's the Mothman here, and welcome to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved. I am, in this video today, going to be teaching you a little bit about building, with thatch. So, thatch is your basic material for building that you're going to be, it's going to come easy to you. So I thought that I would follow up on a good use of the parasaur from my last video, so if you want to, get a lot of thatch quickly without having to use a lot of tools, I recommend getting a parasaur. So watch my previous video on getting said parasaur, and then come back here to kind of even it out so you know what you're doing. So yeah, this video is just going to be a lowdown building. So without further ado, let's get to the video. Alright, so building, you're gonna need you're gonna need 3 basic materials. I have some fiber on me, I believe. Yeah, 225. You need fiber, wood, and thatch. So we're gonna get some wood, some thatch, and I'll show you here on the Ingram list. Pretty much all of the 4th line here is gonna be, basic for building. A sleeping bag is going to help you a lot in the long run, and so are storage boxes. So you're going to need to unlock all these ingrams to be able to get yourself a thatch house. So, see here, when the item is lit up, it's going to mean that you can craft it. You have the right things in your inventory to craft the item. So a good starting point is your foundation. So we're going to get 2 foundations. And it's easy to put it right here on your hotbar. It's gonna be, for me, it's gonna be LB and Y. So whenever you hit LB and Y, it's gonna pop up here. Just be warned that sometimes when it's red like this, you cannot, I'm hitting the trigger to click it, you cannot place it there. There's gonna be a lot of parts on the terrain where you cannot place down a foundation. So we're gonna place one right here, and one right there. So what I think that I'm going to try accomplishing is 2 more out. So there'll be, another 2 here, and then a line here, and then that there. So hopefully I have enough. 1, 2. So that's 2 more needed for there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm gonna need 4 more. Let's just try it with 4 more. We're gonna make 1 more. And yes, when you run out of materials, you're gonna need to get more materials, and I'll show you later in the video on what you need to do to get these materials. Alright. So yeah, it kind of just lets you walk up on some. Character will kind of just bump up, but if you're too far down right here. Oh, okay. Physics in Ark. Alright, so when I go over here, I'm like, oh, okay, I can't make any more foundation. Why is that? I need more thatch. So this parasaur right here, we'll probably put it in the weight. It's gonna be a good weight holder. So we need a 1. It's easier to go 1 at a time, at least for me it is, because you don't want to get too ahead of yourself when you're building. Say you build a lot and then you just have extra, and a lot of times extras will come in handy, but there is a good portion of Ark where having extra like thatch foundations when you have a stone house isn't going to help you, so I'm probably going to need 2 more there. And as you can see over here on the crafting, more wood and more thatch. So I'll make 2 more. Slowly moving. Slowly moving. Okay. And I'm over encumbered. So you will get to that where you get over encumbered a lot of the time. And when you have like a bunch of extra stuff, like these, they don't weigh anything. You can see the weight, bottom left hand corner, but your wood's gonna weigh a bunch, and so is your thatch. So I'm just gonna drop these, just like a move. I'll pick them back up in a second. Alrighty. So there we go. And we're gonna go back over here. We're just gonna kind of make them all. Alright, so there you go. Got a little bit extra moving. So yeah, you're gonna run into weight problems a lot, especially early on. And mine's only 100, so I do recommend putting a lot into weight, because in the long run, it's gonna help you a bunch. And then you're gonna get these. See, I can't place down here because the level, it's gonna be leveled there, but it's gonna kind of look weird when it's not leveled here. And you can get around that by putting ramps and stuff. But I might want to leave that for a future video where we talk about a little bit more advanced, building. So I'm going to put this foundation back on my buddy right here, just so he can hold it, so it's not, so it's not like messing with my weight and everything, and getting everything all jumbled. Pick this back up. Now we can move on to walls. So we're going to start with 3. And walls are your walls. There you go. Don't think I should need to put too much explaining into the details there, but yes, the walls are going to be your protection source. They're going to be your defense. Slowly moving when you're over encumbered. So since it's a 2 feet tall one, like 2, I say 2 feet, it's not really 2 feet, but 2 wall high. There we go. And you can hit LB and Y since that's on the hotbar, and it will just make more ones. So the more you need, if you have it in the inventory, enough in your inventory, sorry, you will be able to make another one. And I think he's about exhausted. Yeah. We're needing more fiber. Alrighty. So, I am gonna go and collect more fiber, a little bit more wooden thatch, and finish the walls, and we'll move on to ceilings. Alright, so I remembered halfway through starting this and cutting that part that I was going to show people how to get the resources. That's a good thing to know. So when you're on your parasol, like I recommend, you will notice on the left hand side you'll get about, so it seems like you're going to get 8 to 2, and like you're going to get a lot more thatch because different creatures are for different things. He takes down that tree. He does a pretty good job, I'd say. And an easy way is just get yourself an axe and let him sit there for a second and let yourself some wood. So you put your wood on the side while he, him, sits there and gets to take a good old break. Oops, there's a lag spike. So yes, a way to get more inventory space is putting weight points. So you notice that I have right here 54 out of 100. 54 is my current weight, and 100 is the current I can hold. Put one more, it's going to ask me to do Ingram. And I will get back to that later, because there's going to be wood building, and there's a lot more you can do the more you evolve. So now I can carry 110 pounds. Not huge, and it's not going to be something you're going to extremely notice, but it's going to actually help a lot. You're not going to notice. That's the type of thing, because it's going to, you just don't really notice that you have that extra bit of weight. In the long run, it will help you a lot with at least a good decent amount of points in weight, especially if you're playing single. So when you collect these little plants here, this is your best way to get fiber early on. Eventually you can make a sickle and tame creatures that will get fiber a lot easier, but this is going to be your best way to get fiber. And not all of them are going to give you a lot of fiber. They was kind of giving me a lot of fiber there from those. But see, some of them are going to be a little bit smaller on the fiber chain. It's all just, I believe it's random, but I cannot say because I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah. This thing right here. So now I have about just 196. I'm gonna need more than that because I had about 200 and a little bit over that last time. So, or earlier when you saw me building the walls and foundation. So I believe I'm gonna need a lot more fiber. And sometimes like the rocks will be in here. And, like if you go up here, it's gonna be like, you know, equip the appropriate weapon. You kind of have to do it at a side angle. Really get your way in there. It's confusing. And sometimes you're not always going to be able to get them. So I recommend just sticking to, you know, getting ones that are out in the open. And I'm pretty good on wood and fiber, or wood and thatch. So I'm going to just collect more fiber and yeah, I will see you back when we are building the ceilings. Okay, we're back, and now we're gonna be doing the ceiling. So I got my wall around my little box, and it seems to all be going fine. You can see that I took down these parts around it, give me a little bit more, what you could say, resources. Only able to make 2. Ain't bad. I got a lot of more. I have a lot more. Back on the parasaur. Not a lot more, but a good decent amount. Oh, lag spike. I hate when those lag spikes happen. Let's check to see what's wrong here. Yeah, I think the ceiling requires a little bit more thatched than your roof. Yeah, than the walls. Sorry. But yeah, think about that. That made it. If you just have access, like parts to you know, your house that you don't need, or like building parts that you don't need anymore, use those. Like just place them down and take them, and you can get the resources back. You're not gonna get 100% resources back, but you're gonna get a decent amount. Alright. And that's gonna help. Four more. And I bet. Well, this is actually the wood this time. I thought it was going to be a thatch. Thatch is going to be next. Get a little bit more thatch. So he's got a decent amount of wood on him. Oh, lag like a mofo. When the rain comes on, it's a little more laggy than I usually like it. So I'm going to go get a little bit more thatch, and I will be right back. So yeah, we're back, and now we can craft 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that in this series I'm gonna try to not okay. I accidentally clicked on making another one, so I got an extra resource, which happens a lot, especially when you're using the controller. I'm gonna actually just put this one in the chest for now. But yeah, the house looks good from the inside. Dodo's got some more playing room. And on the outside it looks a little bit bigger, you know, looks a little bit nicer. It kind of blocks off this side, but I kind of enjoy that. Because, you know, I don't really have a use for walking along this side besides water, but there's water right there. So, yeah. Alrighty. So, with this series, I don't want to just, like I was trying to say before, I don't want to just, only do, like, tutorial, like, I do want to help people, and I believe that it is my duty as a veteran ARK player to help others, because I know how hard it was to start out at the beginning. It really is, and especially if you don't watch YouTube a lot and like don't like getting YouTube for help, and kind of like just diving yourself in. It's gonna be a struggle. So I figured, you know, this could just be one of the parts. You know, you just randomly click on this ARK video and you might learn a little bit of something. Sorry for it being boring. I'm gonna try my best not to be boring. It's just I don't have a lot of self-confidence, so I kind of always assume that people are hating me right off the bat, which I need to get over, but I hope that I will, and I know that I will. So, yeah, I hope this future ARK enough about me. In the future of my ARK videos, I want to be, like, going and exploring. I want to tame a bunch of different dinosaurs, and, you know, show everybody how to tame everything, and, what you need to make saddles, and all that, and just a bunch of adventures plus tutorials on like building, you know, taming, even farming, etc. So I'm gonna dive the video down here, and I hope if any of you have watched till the end, please in the comments below put names that you would suggest for a dinosaur. Preferably not ones I already have. I have a Dilo, Pegomastix, 2 Dodos, a Lystrosaurus, 1 Parasaur, and 2, so hard for me to do the turtles' name. I'm just gonna call them prehistoric turtles. Yeah, and those already have names. I'm gonna get 2 more. I'm gonna pretty much do Ninja Turtles. Maybe mess around with the colors through the admin commands. But yeah, any other dinosaurs? There's a lot of dinosaurs out there. So in the future, I can just look back through those comments, and like when I finally get around to taming that dinosaur, I will. And I'm not going to just have one of every. I kind of want to have a couple, and like show how they could be used, like more on the tutorial side, where like you get a pack of aloes, you're going to do a lot better than you get a pack of dilos. You know, vice versa. So enough of me rambling, enough of me talking. Put those comments down below, those dinosaur names. It could be your personal name. It could be your personal dinosaur's name in ARK. It could just be a name of a pet, or just a random name that you think looks good for whatever. And it doesn't even have to go to a dinosaur. I can just pick one that I think looks nice. So without further ado, I'm going to see you all next time. I am the Mothman, and this has been ARK Survival Evolved.